ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by Morse Insurance, Weinstein and Keach, we sell real estate, Michael Associates, Ltd., the Easton Lions Club. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for support of producing OA Sports.
Hello and welcome to today's soccer match between Oliver Ames boys soccer and Concord-Carlisle. This is the second to last game of the season for the undefeated Oliver Ames Tigers. Coming into this game, this is a game you see yearly. These two teams normally top of their packs. I believe Concord-Carlisle ranked 12th in Division 1, OA 1st in Division 2. Always a big game for these two teams to really test each other out before going into their respective playoffs. Both teams expecting certainly to have a deep run in their playoffs. Oliver Ames facing a different kind of opponent today. Concord-Carlisle with 40 goals already on the season, which is an absolutely monstrous amount when you compare it to teams that OA has played against. So certainly the highest offensive power that OA has faced. But OA's strong defense and strong goalkeeping has them having the lowest goals against in the Hockomock. So this will be a great test for the OA defense to see how ready they are for this playoff run that's upcoming. For Concord-Carlisle, one more game for them. Weston on the 28th. For OA, one more game after this. I believe it will be Attleboro. Teams lining up. OA in pink today for Cancer Awareness Month here in Easton. If you're somehow listening and in the stadium, Snack Shack is taking donations and proceeds go towards the Love for Lindy Foundation. Early morning game here. It's 10 a.m., which I guess you're probably aware of that. But certainly not a common thing here for high school sports to have such an early game. These players probably not used to waking up, getting on their jersey and running out to the field. Probably something they probably stopped doing a few years ago. Referees getting the ball into the middle of the field. OA's in their huddle. Concord-Carlisle is clearing the field and putting on their starting lineup, so we'll get going here shortly. OA with a big dramatic win over division rival Mansfield earlier this week. 2-1 with goals from Dylan Fisher and Ryder Mercieri. Continuing this unbeaten streak that they've had this entire season, and those ties are early in the season. 3-3 tied a really strong King Philip team, and a opening tie against Franklin. Which may actually be the next opponent for OA. I actually don't have the schedule in front of me here. Teams taking the field here. Slight change in defense for John Barato's OA Tigers. Christian Cameron getting the start at left back. Bailey Gavin normally there. Went out last game with an injury. I did see him warming up a bit, I believe. So he might be available if needed. But coming back from an injury, want to make sure he's ready for the playoffs. A little false start there, or trickery play from Concord-Carlisle. Launched the ball down, test out Christian Cameron on his first start of the season. Does a good job to get to it, launches out of bounds for a Concord-Carlisle throw. I'm going to just refer to them as Concord for the rest of the game, because that is a bit of a tongue twister for me. Concord controlling the ball just outside the box, trying to switch fields. Braz there to put in a tackle. Referee calls for a foul on Braz. Concord's going to have a dangerous kick, about 20 yards outside of the penalty box. OA pulling as many players as they can back, everyone except for Henjani. Concord waiting at the top of the box. Probably too far for a shot here, but it's certainly a dangerous chipping situation here. Here comes that chip into the box. Headed out by Landaverde. Ecanaro can't chase it down. Concord-Carlisle is going to maintain control of his ball. OA hasn't really touched the ball in the first 2 minutes of this game. Cameron guards it out of bounds again for a OA throw. Here's OA's first chance to make any action with this ball. Cameron launches the ball long. Ecanaro heads it forward, gets to Walsh. Walsh has got Hanjani in front of him, gets it. Hanjani's down the left-hand side, 2 defenders on him. Hard tackle from behind. Referee calls for a throw-in. Maybe in that dark area of the field where the referees couldn't have that, two-referee system couldn't have that good view, but it certainly looked from this angle that Hanjani's back ankle was taken off from underneath him. Cameron's throw over Bapanikas' head, headed on through to the goalkeeper. Brass had a flick on Walsh, was there, but couldn't get to it before the keeper got to it. Punt over half. Looking for that second touch here. Second touch goes to Carlisle. Quick turn by their player. Cameron shields it, knocks it out of bounds. It was Tyler Shepard with that quick turn from Concord. Short throw. Fisher tries to clear it, knocked down from behind. There'll be a foul coming out for OA. Mercier gets this restarted, kicks it directly to Ecanaro, who's got a player on his back. The player comes away with it. Donovan Eaton from Concord. Dribbles out of bounds. That'll be an OA throw. Referee holds up that throw for the second ball that was on the field, it looks like. Camera will get us restarted. Long throw. Babanikas heads it on, knocked out of bounds again by Concord as Oliver Ames marches down the field with throw-ins. And Johnny setting up deep in the box. Gets to Walsh. Walsh with a shooting opportunity. Takes a shot from outside the box over the goal. Hopefully that's waking up this OA team, getting them back, getting them into this game. A little struggle in the first few minutes, but they're seems to be settling in now. Chilly morning here in Easton. Just about mid-40s. Should be warming up. Sun's nice and hot though. Breeze cutting across the stadium, certainly cooling things down outside of this comfortable box that I'm in. Brass heads it on. It's got Walsh. Walsh tries to flick it on to Hanjani. They're not on the same page and in the same location, though. Ball comes out. Ecanaro gets it into Hanjani, into the box. Hanjani fights for it. Wins it off the touchline. Because of that press, Concord knocked it out of bounds. Offensive throw-in for OA. They can't come down with that ball. Lots of fighting for that ball. Here comes Walsh in the box. I think he's trying to pass it on to Hanjani, but they couldn't connect there. Walsh's angle for a shot was probably too deep. Here comes Fedorchik now driving down the right-hand side. Doesn't keep it in, just loses it out of bounds. Carlisle throw. Another Carlisle. I guess I'll just be swapping between the two the whole game. Good run in by Tyler Shepard, who's been giving OA some headaches so far this game. Jansen switches. Back into the Concord defense. Pressed by Ecanaro. Almost wins the ball away. Concord still with control at mid. Ball cleared by Landaverde. That's going to be clearing out of bounds for a Concord throw-in at about mid. Sun's certainly a factor for the OA boys going left to right on your screen. You can see those shadows coming off the players, meaning that sun is going to be right in OA's face as they push forward. Ball cleared out of bounds for a Concord throw in their defensive zone. Fisher first to get to it, gets to Babanikas, to Walsh. Walsh over to Babanikas. Good connection between the two. Couldn't quite handle it and dribble through that Concord defense, though, but strong connection. Shepard and Fisher fighting for that ball. Ball launched deep in to OA's defensive zone. Fedorchik gets to it and can only clear it out of bounds for a Concord throw. Groundy to take the throw. Gets it to Shepard. Ikanaro there. Clear that ball. Gets it to Hanjani. Pulls it down to his feet. Tries to backheel to Walsh. Ricochets off the Concord defender. Brasnow looking to spring. Hanjani down the right-hand side. Ball turns into the box. Concord goalkeeper, who I can't tell who the goalkeeper is, smartly off his line to collect that. Concord moving the ball around, trying to get past the OA forwards. They choose to kick it long. Braz fighting for the ball at midfield. Shepard dispossessed by Babanikas, tries to push to Walsh. Blocked out by Hackman, though. Strong press from all of Ames forces the ball out of bounds for a OA throw. OA slow to transition forward for a chance at a looked like a sleeping Concord defense there. Nonetheless, the vast majority of the play on Concord's side of the field now. Throw into Walsh. Babanikas settles it, pushes it forward to Hanjani. Can't get it out. Shepard now on the ball for Concord. Shepard and Babanikas fighting. Ball launched very long off sides. Hepworth from Concord, probably a step or two behind the OA defense. At least from this angle, correctly called offsides. Braz on the ball with space. Outside to Fedorchik. 2 or 3 players in the box for him. Gets the corner. Chips across. It was almost one of those beautiful chips across that turns towards the goal and slides in, but ends up going up and over the crossbar. Concord goal kick. Goal kick goes to about half. First touch to OA. And Braz brings it down. He's got Hanjani and Walsh in front of him. And Babanikas. Pushes out to Babanikas on the right-hand side. Babanikas turns in. Shooting opportunity. Rips that shot just wide of the post. Concord looking like one of those teams that can compete with OA for height. Although that is a bit of a weird thing to say considering that Lucas Halama still injured, not available for this game. The OA's tallest player, normally effective on corner kicks and defensive situations. 10 minutes gone. Hanjani gets it to Walsh. Walsh pushes it back. Knocked out by Cameron. Walsh fights for it again. Concord comes down with it. Pushing down the left-hand side. Landaverde, smart to that. Gets it out to Braz. Braz was plenty of space to move that ball forward on his own. 3 options in front of him. Pushes to Hanjani. That pass was not hit crisp enough. Here comes Concord on a counterattack. Ball out wide. Shepard on it. Got in on goal. Mercieri gets back. Shepard's touched. I think he was setting up for a shot. Got away from his foot. Unless that's actually Joe Ferrari. I can't. Yes, that looks like Joe Ferrari. The 28 and 29 got me a little bit confused. Nonetheless, good play by Mercier to get back and recover from that miss he had as the ball went past him. Short corner taken. Ikanaro defending, but here goes right across the box. Brought down by Concord. OA can't clear. Ball's bouncing around. Still in the box. Strong header by Babanikas to get it out of the box. Walsh can't move forward with that ball, though. Here comes Concord again. Ball goes in. Cleared out well by Mercier. Flicks on by Hanjani. Walsh pressing. Out of bounds for an OA throw. First substitution of the game, and Johnny coming out for Donahue. Ought to see Hanjani being the first substitution. Barada giving him instruction on the sideline. I think he's more of a tactical substitution right now to get some eyes on Donahue. In on the box, good pass by Walsh. Handball on the Concord defender. Dangerous shooting opportunity. This is, we want Hanjani on this, but Babanika should be the man on this ball. Right distance for a shot. Concord setting up a close wall. Let's try to get those 10 yards, get them back. Oliver Ames not pressing that many players forward. You got 3 defenders back, Cameron, Mercier, and Landaverde. Fedorchik taking a smart position wide out to the right. Concord's either choosing to ignore him or unaware of how wide open he is. Expecting a shooting opportunity here for Babanikas, though. Got to get this ball on frame. You can't be just kicking this ball out of bounds. Low shot, right to the goalkeeper. Was on frame, was a shooting opportunity. That's what you're looking for out of those free kicks. Heavy breeze here in this morning game. Walsh now ball at his chest. Gets it back to Ekanaro. Ekanaro pushes forward for driving Fedorchik. Knocked out of bounds for an OA throw. And like I was saying, the heavy breeze picking up now. I can certainly feel it coming through the booth that we're in. Certainly affected one of those passes in. As suspected, Hanjani back on the field after receiving instructions from Barada. Comes in for Walsh. Headed out by Concord. Powerful shot by Cameron from well outside the box. Forced a good save by the Concord goalkeeper. Great decision there by Cameron to launch that shot in rather than try to pass that around, because that's one of those dangerous situations. If you lose control there, that counterattack has got no one to defend it. Pushed through in the back of Josh Braz. He's down. Pops back up, though. That'll be a restart of the game for OA at about midfield. This is the kick that happens a lot in these high school games here. Mercier's had plenty of shots at this. I for one, don't want to see better decision-making from these forwards here as to where they're going with this ball. Chip goes right through, right to the goalkeeper. Again, so you're looking for more out of those positions where you're in control of the restart of the play. You know, you're looking to have understood plans and set pieces there, Nonetheless, Mercier with the ball defensively. Over to Landaverde. He's got Cameron supporting him on the left side. Pass back, not that strong from Cameron. Knocked out of bounds eventually by Mercier. You need crisper pass. I've seen some light passes so far from OA on this. You want to hit that ball with a plan. Long throw by Concord into the box, headed on to the goal, but Gilson off his line to quickly collect that. Ball through to the box. Hanjani looks like he might get to it, but knocked down by the Concord defender. Well played by them. Trying to get out of a huge press right now. Slides the ball through. Cameron up forward to knock that back into Concord's defense. Babanikas brings it down for Braz. Braz has got Ekanaro with him. Two men on him. Pulls it back. Cameron on that ball. Back to Ekanaro. Well defended by Concord, but they can't get control of it. That's knocked out of bounds for an OA throw. Quickly taken by Johnny into the corner. Turns back. looks to get Cameron, but mishits his pass. Out of bounds for a Concord throw. Concord with a counter-attacking chance here. Let's see if they slow this down. Yes, they do hold on to the ball to get their players forward and get their shape into their shape into the shape that they want. Jack Doherty on the ball, chips it forward, looking for Henjani. Almost bounced over the goalkeeper. Similar to that goal we saw earlier in the week with against Mansfield. Braz steps in front of a pass. Tries to push forward to Donahue, knocked out of the defense by Concord. I was expecting that to go out of bounds. I think a few other players were, but Fedorchik keeps it in bounds. And Johnny brings it down for Babanikas, takes that shot. Ikanaru takes a shot from well outside the box. Wide left. OA controlling the early part of the second half. Substitution now coming on for OA. I believe that's Victor coming on for Ikanaru. Concord turns the ball upfield. Christian Cameron there over to knock it out. Concord throw just outside of OA's defensive zone. Throw goes in to Shepard. Gets the ball into the box. Mercieri clears it, but that's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in for Concord. Concord's throw along the line. Hard fought over. Brass steps in. Good play by him to get control of that ball for OA. Fisher, great clearance. Gets the ball to Henjani. Pushes it back to Babanikas. Babanikas pushes out wide, looking for someone out there. Donahue's chasing it down, but that's going to go out of bounds. Some hard tackles, but good soccer tackles so far this half. Fedorchik gets us restarted. Throws into the box. Bounces across into the goal. Off ahead, Johnny's got the shot. Good sliding tackle. He's got an opportunity here with the goalkeeper out of the box, but he can't turn it back in. Babanikas can't get to that cross in. Concord's coming out with the ball. Good tackling there from Babanikas to win an offensive throw. Substitution now. Schoenfeld coming on for Donahue. Definitely a completely different type of player. Schoenfeld in the box. Cross comes in towards him. Knocked out by Concord. Babanikas rips a shot from deep and up and over that goal. $20 minutes gone in the first half. 0-0. Oliver Ames versus Concord-Carlisle. Long chip. Probably picked up by the wind a little bit. Still gets through to Concord. Fedorchik drives through trying to get this ball out. Concord controls at mid. Fisher defending as Concord drives into the box. Cameron with a tackle inside the box. No foul, gets that ball first. Ball bounces harmlessly to Gilson. OA looking to settle this game back down. A couple substitutions here. Seems to have these forwards little off. What am I trying to say here? Having a hard time getting their passes to connect, which has been a consistent theme here so far this game, is key passes just aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Fisher to Victor. Victor long to Johnny can't get there. Handball called on Victor, who's playing a bit more of a midfield position. Normally you see him up at forward. Concord will get us restarted with a kick at about midfield. Lots of players lining up about 10 yards outside the box. Great kick in, but Landaverde first to it. Second ball to Victor. Plenty of space in front of him to move that ball forward. Can't connect with Schoenfeld. Now the dangerous ball coming back up against Mercieri, backed up by Landaverde. Well done by those two. Braz has a chance to bring this down. 2 men on him, gets it forward to Fedorchik. Launches it forward, no one there. Schoenfeld first approaching the ball. Different kind of player from Donahue. Good strength by Schoenfeld, slowing that down. That'll be a kick to Concord. They switch the fields off their kick, then pull it back into their defense. Another switch back over to this side. Calabro on the ball. Braz, plenty of space. Only Hanjani in front of him, but 3 Concord defenders. Good movement by those two. Hanjani the ball in the corner of the box. Gets the cross off. Punched it away. Schoenfeld coming on, couldn't get there in time. Knocked out by Concord. Right back in by Mercieri. Pushing it back on Babanikas, who can't. Was pushed off his space. Picked up by the Concord goalkeeper. OA continuing that good run of passes going forward there and shots they're getting, but no goals going in the back of net, and also no heavy saves needed to be made by. Maybe that one against Cameron. Be a little bit more precise in your shots going forward. Fedorchik and Schoenfeld pressing Concord back into their defense. Ball launched deep and out, picked up by Christian Cameron. Victor's got it. 3 players in front of him. Gets over to Schoenfeld, tries to find Hanjani. They can't connect. Now Babanikas got a shot opportunity up and over the goal. Again, the Christmas that we're talking about here, that's what they're looking for. Substitution now, Walsh coming in for Victor. Putting him a bit more of a midfield position than he normally plays. 60 minutes to go in the first half. OA 0, Concord-Carlisle 0. Late season rivalry between a perennial Division I powerhouse and the perennial Division II powerhouse. Always a game that these players certainly look forward to. They see each other in preseason, and then they see each other at the end of the season. Braz now with the ball. Can't get it forward to Walsh. Walsh comes in, takes the player down. That'll be a foul. No, Endo there getting fouled, knocked off the ball by Walsh. Schoenfeld on Growney. Growney gets past him. Concord into the box, shot on by number 17, Donovan Eaton. Saved by Gilson. First real save from Gilson he had to make so far this game. Timeout called. Looks like substitution now during that timeout. I'm not sure. Was he? I've got no idea. Oh, the whistle was for out of bounds there. So you had a substitution also in there. Schoenfeld off. Ekanauer comes back on and pushes Walsh forward. Walsh heads it on to Hanjani. Hanjani around his defender. Pulls back intelligently. Chopped down. Wins a kick there. It was Chris Ragazzo who was defending against Cyrus Hanjani, who is certainly no easy player to defend. Hanjani's smart with the ball. He uses his ability to hold up, turn in to oftentimes win those fouls, knowing that the defender really doesn't have a choice. Mercier to get us restarted. Concord pulling everyone back. Mercier's shot bounces directly to the goalkeeper. Kept it low rather than high. I think you might be looking for those to go in high for heading opportunities for all those players at the top of the box, but Braz now with space. OA certainly seems to have the run of the game so far in this first half. They're pushing forward correctly all the time. A little bit of a miscommunication in between Ekanaro, Walsh, and Hanjani as to where that ball should have come, or where that ball should have gone. Kicked right out of bounds from about 40 yards out from Ekanaro. Quick restart. OA's a little bit sleeping there after that. Walsh comes over to press. Ball forward. Strong play by Christian Cameron. Braz gets it forward to Ekanaro. Can't get to it. Back to Braz, though. Braz with a lot of players in front of him. Goes to Hanjani just outside the box. Chips it to Walsh. Walsh can't get his head to it. Is that going to get out of bounds for a corner kick for Oliver Ames? Good job by Hanjani flicking that out to Walsh, and good pressure by Walsh. It was a good pass by Braz. He had 3 or 4 players in front of him, all generally right in front of the box. No one going wide or anything like that. Short kick. Bounced off a player. All calls for a handball in the box. Nothing called. Ball comes out. Fisher now on the ball. Player hard on him. Pass can't connect to Fedorchik. Here comes that counterattack from Concord-Carlisle. Ferrari on it. Ferrari, yep. Jansen now from Concord. Tries to switch. Cameron just gets his head to it. It's a dangerous cross. Good job by Cameron. Missed pass by Concord. Sends OA forward, but Braz was trying to get that ball out to Ekanaro. Either not the right runner, not the right angle. Walsh gets the ball to Braz now. Babanikas comes through, gets the ball to Hanjani. Hanjani turns, rips that shot. Walsh on. Great shot by Ekanaro. Good job by Walsh getting there. Good save by that Concord goalkeeper. OA's looking for that goal. They're going to want that soon. You can't maintain this kind of momentum now for as long as they have without scoring. Huge cross from Concord. Jansen against Fedorchik. Fedorchik knocked in the back. That'll be a call against Concord coming out. Good work by Fedorchik to get his body in between the player and the ball, forcing the player to have to go through his back. Mercier gets us restarted. It's looking like we've got a slight change in that what I thought was, it's just Babanikas. Babanikas takes it on his own. Hanjani was probably running off sides. Good turn by Babanikas. Chips on, off the cross by Hanjani, gets it, can't put it in the goal. We are calling for a goal kick here. OA certainly looking for a few fouls in the box there. Babanikas tried to turn in the box, got chopped at. Took his shot. Hanjani was going for it, got chopped out as he was trying to shoot. No calls. It'll be a corner. It'll be a goal kick for Concord. What I was pointing out in terms of those lineups and differences, it looks like Babanikas is playing that. We'll say that 9.5 position, where Walsh normally is, and Walsh is tucked back into a bit more of a midfield role. Timeout now. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Oliver Ames certainly with the better chances and a significant amount more possession than Concord, but Concord hasn't allowed a goal in yet, and that's how you win. Good crowd here for the game. Here in the stands, both OA and Concord fans. And if you look around those fields around us, there's plenty of soccer going on everywhere. JV game going on in the background. Far, far off in the background, you can probably see some travel soccer going on. Concord retaking the field, and here comes Oliver Ames. 10 minutes to go in the first half. OA 0, Concord-Carlisle 0. Concord goes restarted with a goal kick. Concord with a second touch. Jansen out to Eaton. Tries to push it forward for Ferrari. Knocked out by Mercieri though. Fisher comes forward, knocks the ball out but can't clear it. Concord driving forward in midfield, but that's against Babanikas and Braz. That's a difficult pair to get through. Ikanaru gets to that ball, launches it forward, and Johnny and Ikanaru seem to be on different pages here. That's probably the second or third time that Hinjani ran one way and Ikanaru kicked it the other way. Good movement there by Cyrus, and Johnny gets back to Walsh. Walsh forward to Babanikas. Couldn't corral that pass. Does eventually get the ball into the box, though. Turn, doesn't have options behind him. Is going to have to go on his own. Braz comes over for that to help him. Wins a throw, and Cameron is up from the defense to take this throw. 5 OA players in the box. Cameron sets up. Long throw, first touch to Concord. Fisher has it outside the box. Chips it, just trying to get it forward. It'll roll out of bounds for a goal kick. That's one of those situations there where that ball goes out to Fisher. You're looking for there's a shot. Even if it's a bad shot, you just want that ball pounded back into the defense because too much danger if you don't get that ball forward. If you lose the ball there, that's a huge counterattacking opportunity for Concord. You got to be faster on that ball. Concord moving the ball around with some light pressure from OA. Good job by Fedorchik. Gets the ball forward to Babanikas. Doesn't have a lot of options around him. Loses the ball to Concord. Walsh now has it at midfield. Pushed it forward. Walsh now driving towards the box. 3 players on him. Turns. Tries to find Babanikas. Good connection between those two. Fisher now on that ball. Ikanaru back to Braz. Good run there by Fedorchik. Launches the ball in, looking for some options going forward there. Goalkeeper had a hard time grabbing that ball, pounced out of his hands, but eventually corralled before Hanjani could get to it. High kick. Not that far, though. First touch to Concord, but Walsh does a good job checking back, gets that ball, pushes forward, looking for Babanikas, does get it to him. Babanikas looking for options. Drives in, taken down by 2 players. That's probably the 3rd or 4th hard foul on Babanikas. I mean, you got to wonder at some point, does the ref actually begin to caution Concord as a team, just pick a player and give a yellow just for the amount of hard fouls on Babanikas? If that's the strategy, you've got to be able to control that. And Johnny to get us restarted from outside the box. Chips really high and wide. That's going to go right out of bounds. Concord moving the ball to an open player off that goal kick. Driving through. And this looks dangerous from Concord, but Landaverde there to stop it and get it out. Mercieri can't clear. Fisher gets it to Ecanaro. Ecanaro, 3 players on him. Going to be hard for him to move through those 3. Here comes Concord again. Braz gets it, but can't clear it. Ecanaro getting his foot in there. No possession for OA, but they've certainly held up that attack a little bit. Here comes Concord again. Hunt bounces all the way through to the defense. No one there from OA to get to that ball. Braz at mid. Here's Fisher with an option. Pushes to Braz. Braz pushes forward to Fedorchik. I don't think he's going to get there in time. Good idea from Braz. Fedorchik started his run of 1 or 2 steps earlier. I think he would have got there and had a whole bunch of green to dribble into. Nonetheless, Concord gets us restarted. Concord down the left-hand side. To the center. Shepard switches to the right-hand side. Walsh defending. On Endo. OA tries to clear it. Again, Concord doing a good job grabbing those clearances in these last 10 minutes of the first half. About 4 minutes left in the first half. OA having a hard time clearing. Walsh to Babanikas. Babanikas got a lot of players on him. Hanjani with a chance to get the ball into the box. Can't. Here comes Concord again. It's one of those things you see when Babanikas slides forward, as OA does struggle to move that ball from defense to forwards. Ecanaro with the ball. Plenty of space. Finds Hanjani on the same page there. But Hanjani's first touch fails him. Knocked out of bounds accidentally. It's going to be a throw-in for Concord. Ecanaro had Babanikas in front of him. Here comes Hanjani across the front of the penalty box, but knocked out. Cameron gets it. Tries to get it to Ecanaro. Can't get that ball under control. Long ball from Concord. That'll be picked up by Mercieri. Good pass to Braz. Good control. Cameron on the ball. Push the ball back to Landaverde. Press from Concord. Smartly maneuvered around. Ball goes forward to Hanjani. He's got Cameron running in. Is Cameron going to get that cross off? We called for a goal kick. Schoenfeld back onto the field. Cyrus Hanjani coming off. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Walsh wins that goal kick, pushes forward, looking for Schoenfeld, can't get the ball to him. Knocked out, wind certainly picking up here at Muscato Stadium. Cameron gets us restarted with a throw. Babanikas flicks on, looking for either Walsh or Schoenfeld. Can't find either of them. Good fight from Ecanaro to keep that ball in the box. Good pressure from Schoenfeld, forcing the ball out of bounds. That'll be a OA offensive throw. We've got to get moving here. Under 2 minutes. OA looking for a goal to close out this first half. Schoenfeld's throw, Fedorchik's throw eventually finds its way to Schoenfeld, but knocked out of bounds for a goal kick. Concord continually using that kick to the left out of their goal kicks to an open player rather than fighting OA's midfield. Quick call against Concord at mid. I think you might have a yellow card here against a Concord player for dribbling with that ball away. Yep. That was Jansen, who already had that big push against, certainly not a yellow card push against Fedorchik earlier, but gets the yellow card there for knowingly trying to waste time by dribbling away with the ball. Mercier gets us restarted, bounces through. Babanikas almost got to that. That looked like a good set piece for me. Out of bounds for an OA throw. Not a lot of time left. Good ball boy work. Getting that ball directly to Fedorchik. His restart goes directly out of bounds, though. Another throw for Fedorchik. We got to get this one into the box. We got to do it quick. Ball goes into the box. Ekenauer tries to get to it. Can't. Ekenauer now with a shooting opportunity. Babanikas turns it, tries to shoot, but has a defender directly on him. Knocked out of bounds for Concord. We might be getting close to that whistle here. Cameron asking for the ball, getting it right away. Great ball boy work again. And that is half. We'll be back for the second half. First half ends 0-0 between Oliver Ames and Concord-Carlisle.
Yeah. This is the life. Just relaxing by the beach. What could be better than this?
I've got an idea.
What?
I'd really like to find a forever home.
Forever home?
Yeah. Like Jack Ryan talks about on Easton News. A forever home. All those animals at the APCSM, they get forever homes. Why not us?
Listen, man, I hate to tell you this.
Tell me what? Come on, tell me. Look, I can take it. Look at me. Come on, tell me. I can take it. Come on.
We're not real.
What are you talking about? Of course we're real. Look at us. We're sitting here on the beach, on vacation, being served raw meat, mind you. We're having a great time. How are we not real? No, thank you. I'm good. I've had enough. I've had enough. Thank you. What are you talking about? Of course we're real.
Look, it's not that we're not real. We're just not living, breathing animals. You don't even have a mouth, dude.
Oh yeah? Well, your eyes are just plastic.
Right back at you.
You've ruined my vacation. I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, while we're at it, why do we need a vacation? It's not like you have a job.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm out of here.
Cubby, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Oh, well, you have to get it eventually.
If you'd like to get your hands on a cubby of your own, scan the QR code on your screen now.
My name is John Barata. I'm entering my 17th season here at Oliver Ames High School, and excited to get started and working with the boys and see what we can do this year. I was asked to kind of chat about last year. So for the program, we've had a very successful journey. The last 16 years and 16 seasons, I guess, have been very exciting and very fun, full of a lot of opportunity for growth and learning. We've won some big games, so now we're hoping that we can take some of what we learned in the past and kind of bring it towards our new team this year and see what we can do with this new identity. Obviously last year was great, winning a three-peat, and we're not really taking any of that with us other than some learning moments. Right now we're going to create our own journey with our new identity, a new team, and see what we can accomplish in 2025.
This year we're looking forward to just taking what we learned from last year and the years prior and trying to build a new set of ideals with this new team, new group of guys. So I'm really looking forward to building the family aspect and just growing together each practice and then just moving forward from game to game.
Last year was great, obviously, the three-peat, very successful. This year, I'm just main focus is to get our guys best they can and just have fun along the way and build the aspect of family, like what Zach said.
All right, again, so this is John Barada. I'm here with our captains, Nikki and Zach, who had a really tremendous offseason. Obviously, these guys are feeling a little bit of probably initial pressure because they're coming in from a three-peat season, right? And also, we've also won the league 6 years in a row. So obviously, there's a little bit of a expectation. However, for us, we've tried to really set the bar based on their leadership of creating a family environment again, really being relentless at what we do and working hard every single day, and then trying to create that excellence on and off the field. So these two young men have been absolute, as I think the Boston Globe called one of them a stalwart, or someone they've been titans for us over the last few years. Hopefully this year they'll cement another step in history, as they've done tremendously over the last 3 years. But we just look forward to having a great season with the identity, and we're going to kind of really lean on these guys to be our go-to guys and our kind of, for lack of a better word, a golden child, all right, for both of them to help bring the rest of the team up to a certain standard and keep the program kind of flowing in a very positive direction. So these guys have always understood how we've built the program on the shoulders of others, and now they're the ones who we're going to kind of carry. They're going to have to carry us at times. So I think the pressure falls on them a little bit, but we're excited to have Zach and Nikki kind of lead the group. So very excited about that. Thank you.
We're back here at Oliver Ames High School. It's for the Easton 300 bike race, one of the major events taking place here for our Easton 300th anniversary celebration. And yes, I say many times, can you believe 1725 to 2025? And we've seen a lot of great athletes here today. And with me is Jack Mowat. Jack is the coordinator of the bike race. He used to do bike races years ago here in the town of Easton. And Jack, I thank you, I thank your wife and all your volunteers. I thought that this bike race was very professionally run. And you have to be here to see it. All the guides are out. And not only that, but you have first aid tents and certs involved. It's been absolutely terrific, and it's a pretty warm day.
People come from all over. Connecticut, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, you name it, New England. We're trying to get the cycling back on board where it has fallen off, but today is a good start. And all the riders are very, very interested. They love the course. So we hope to bring it back next year.
So I'm just one of the commentators today, and I'm just thrilled that there's such a great venue to host a bike race here today. This is really one of the truly most outstanding venues that I've seen in all of New England. And as John was saying, we do commentate at other races, but this venue is second to none. It's really a tremendous atmosphere out here and a great place to host a bike race.
I'm pretty sure it's fair to say we're all really excited to be down here at Easton. It's a nice course you guys have here, and it is a beautiful town. I grew up in Concord, Mass, and live in Boxborough, so I totally get the whole colonial and the heritage, the history. Yeah. As a kid, I did all the April 19th parades and loved it. So coming down to Easton and wanted to celebrate your 300th with you as well down here.
I think it's been an incredible year for the town of Easton. I think it's really unified the town and brought us together in an amazing way. I couldn't be prouder of my town.
Welcome back for the second half. OA versus Concord-Carlisle in this late Division I, Division II rivalry. Both teams playing well in the first half. Concord holding it together defensively. OA looking for that goal. Several chances, but nothing gone in yet. Some great goalkeeping from Concord. Some missed opportunities from OA. One or two opportunities on the counterattack from Concord, who do look good driving into the box, but good companion play between Landaverde and Mercieri keeping them out. One or two good saves from Gilson in the first. OA will get us restarted when Concord gets ready and the referee blows the whistle. Looks like Bob Nichols will get us restarted here. Looking at this lineup and seeing Walsh a little further back than normal. Now he's pulling up to the line. Looks like this is going to be a deep in. Ball back to probably Mercieri and then launched in. Here comes the launch. Cameron, Ecanara gets his head to it. Walsh pushes forward with a good kick. Picked up by Concord. Can't get it back. Christian, good play by him. Ecanara's got to come back for that ball, not wait for it to get to him. Babanikas now. Man on his back. Another hard kick into the back of Nicky Babanikas. I mean, Concord's definitely part of their strategy is to kick at the captain, number 5, Nicky Babanikas. Babanikas gets a head over and knocked down again. No call. Babanikas on the ground, getting back up. Walsh trying to drive in. Knocked out by Concord. And Johnny jumps through a player, goes through his back. It's the call against him. Babanikas up and walking. Concord gets us restarted with a short kick across the field. Fedorchik gets to it, knocks it out of bounds. That'll be a restart for Concord. Braz pushes forward. Here comes Concord again, though. Walsh gets a tackle on it, but can't get it to anybody. Out of bounds for a Concord throw-in. Babanikas on the ball. Tries to turn. Can't get it to Walsh, or Walsh couldn't push it forward. Couldn't tell from this angle. Here comes Concord again. Fedorchik clears to a wide open Nicky Babanikas. Turns, has got Hanjani, 2 defenders on him. Flicks in. Cyrus gets the ball. No one else with him in the box. He's going to have to do this largely on his own. Drives across the goal face of the box, now slows down. Does find Braz coming in. Braz has got some options. Rips that shot up and over and out of bounds for a goal kick. Oh, it was a great showing of fans actually here at a 10 a.m. game on a Saturday. Here comes the ball out of the goal kick. Walsh gets a strong header onto Ekanaro, pushes forward for Hanjani, gets it to him. Hanjani pushed down from behind. I didn't get to the preseason game, but I did hear it was as chippy as this. Referees calling some of these fouls, not quite controlling this game just yet, but not quite getting to the point where you're going to need to start seeing some cards, although I will say the amount of fouls on Babanikas that should be laid out, that fouls against him at this point are going to go with the card because it's clearly a plan to chop at him. I mean, the idea was there to get that ball from Mercieri over to Cameron, but Cameron took a run around the referee who was in his way, and the ball rolls directly out of bounds. Absolutely wasted set piece. Landaverde gets to that goal kick first. Walsh and Cameron defending. Ball goes through into the box. Gilson off his line to collect it. Ball launched long. Walsh gets to it. Can't connect Babanikas. Poor pass. Concord driving outside the box. Huge shot. Gilson there to collect that quickly. Collect it out of the air. Good save. High kick. Not the kind of kick you want in this wind here. Bounces through. Babanikas gets it to Hanjani, who tries to get it to Icanaro. They can't connect, though. Ball comes out. One of those questions in this Barada lineup is where is he going to put Babanikas? So right now he's putting him up at that, close to that forward position, which weakens the midfield a little bit. Cameron gets us restarted. Fisher eventually ends up with the ball. Gets it back to Cameron. Player coming on from behind him. Out of bounds for an away throw. And Johnny, ball in the corner now, tries to turn it, tries to win either a corner kick or be able to get a cross in. Ball rolls harmlessly out of bounds for a Concord goal kick. Huge kick across half. Landaverde first touch, second touch to Cameron. Gets it forward, open Babanikas now. Turns upfield. Cannot connect with Hanjani, and I see Babanikas on the ground again. I wasn't sure. I didn't see the hit as I was watching that ball going forward. Clearance goes only as far as Walsh, gets his head to it, but Concord comes away with that second touch. Landaverde clears. Neither team settling. Lots of swinging at the ball. Now here comes Concord. Out wide to Hepworth. Hepworth drives around Walsh. Pulls it back. End out in to the box, but right to Gilson. Good movement by Hanjani to get down the right-hand side. Loses and goes on the ground. No call by the referee. Braz now plenty of space for him. Shooting opportunity. Gets into the box without really being pressured. Poor touch, loses the ball. Knocked up by Concord, who do keep it in. Launched super deep. Mercieri there, he's going to knock that out of bounds for a Concord offensive throw-in. About 10 minutes gone in the second half. OA 0, Concord 0. Concord wastes the opportunity, and then that throw goes directly out of bounds again for a OA throw coming out of the defense. Long throw, Babanikas flicks on, looks for Hanjani. Can't get his first touch to it. Here comes Concord. Good positioning and block by Mercieri. Gilson forward to punch that out. Walsh on it with space to move. Launches forward for Hanjani. That's going to drop before the box, headed on back to the goalkeeper. Good play by them. Concord throw. Barada calling instructions from the sideline, either trying to rearrange things or have a slightly different play. Concord throw-in. Looks like they're setting up for a huge throw into the box. Does get to them, flicks on, bounces through. Gilson off his line to come collect that. That looked dangerous as I was bouncing through OA's defense. Gilson launches the ball well over half. Bounces through all the way to Henjani. Two players on him, gets through him, has got Babanikas next to him. Loses the ball. Great defensive play there by Concord to get that ball off Henjani's foot. Now here they come. Gilson way off his line to collect that with his feet. Pass forward to Fisher. That was an excellent defensive save there by Concord. They were about to be in a lot of trouble if it wasn't for that tackle. Here comes Babanikas. Over to Walsh. Gets to it before it gets out of bounds. Dribbles through, tries to win a corner, does win that corner kick. Well done by Derek Walsh there. Stuck in that corner, didn't have a lot of options. Pushed it off of the Concord defender in order to win that corner kick. Hanjani to take. Lucas, oh Lucas, where are you, Lucas? This is where we need that tall defender here in this play here. Babanikas, only player directly in front of the goal. Everyone else at the far post. Ball comes in all the way across the goal. Had to get punched out by the goalkeeper. Ikanaro onto it. The man on his back. Can't control it. Here comes Concord. Wonderful job by Cameron to get back, but can't get it out. Concord now in the box. 3 or 4 players in the box, only 3 defenders. Mercier with a huge stop, getting that ball out of bounds for a throw-in. Excellent play by, I was about to say Jackson, Ryder Mercier. Concord with a corner kick now. I thought that would be out for a throw-in, but Concord having that corner kick, setting up the vast majority of their team in the box, far post and near post. Poor kick, initially taken, knocked out by Ikanaro, but can't get that out. Concord still with possession. Here comes that second cross. Excellent save by Zach Gilson. Wonderful shot from that far side. Was looking at that back post. Concord now still pressing on a corner kick here. Cameron coming over to defend that short corner kick that Concord did already once. Concord looking like they're going to have some sort of set piece here. Dribbles in, knocked out of bounds from Braz. That'll be a Concord throw. Can't see the player's number, but he came over quite a distance to take this throw, so I assume he's long ball expert. Here comes the throw. Headed first by Concord. Gilson directly over to make that save. Concord pressing now, looking for a goal. OA seems to be a little bit on their back heels. Let's see if this punt can knock this around. A very, very high punt again. Comes down to Walsh, heads it forward. Can't get it to Henjani, though. Ball over Cameron's head. Here comes Concord again. They're absolutely feeling it. Ferrari on the ball. Big cross for a player running into the box. Fedorchik there to defend against those 2 players. Does a good job making sure no shot happens. Ikanaro cannot clear it. Gilson again to make a save. Mercier can't clear. Concord still with the ball. Cross comes in. Knocked down by the Concord player. Gilson making another huge save. Braz defending. Ball bouncing through the box, but off of Mercier. He can't connect to that ball well. OA not connecting to get this ball out correctly. Offsides on Concord. OA breathes a sigh of relief here. We got it. The OA has to settle down here. They got plenty of chances to clear, but no connection on that ball. And Johnny down the right-hand side on his own. Does have two players in the box. Dribbles around, tries to get the cross off. Well defended by the Concord defender. Turns the ball, loses it out of bounds, though. It'll be a throw-in. We got a substitution now. Schoenfeld coming on for Henjani. Actually, it looks like Ikanaru is coming off with a slight limp. So Schoenfeld be at the forward, knock pushes back. I'm going to guess Henjani back to that midfield position where Ikanaru normally plays. Excellent shot on by Schoenfeld. Misses wide right, though, but good to see OA starting to get that offense going again. It's worth saying, after that defensive stop, which it was, I mean, there was a lot of pressure by Concord, no goal, and some excellent play by Gilson. OA is down two of their starting defensemen, both Gavin and Halama, not available for the game today. Babanikas now on the ball. A lot of players near him, finds Walsh. Walsh tries to push it forward to Babanikas, couldn't. Good header by Walsh, but right back to Concord. That's why Schoenfeld's on the field. Great play by him to put that pressure on. Henjani now driving into the box. Has got Schoenfeld, chips on! Schoenfeld get that shot on frame. Still saved by the Concord goalie. 0-0. Oliver Ames and Easton still almost halfway through the second half. Cameron, under a lot of pressure, gets the ball back to Mercieri. Walsh gets the ball to Braz. Braz under a lot of pressure, can't clear it. Cameron there to stop it out, though. Strong tackle by Josh Braz, winning a throw-in for Oliver Ames. Cameron forward to take it. Scott Schoenfeld gets the ball to Schoenfeld, turns against defense, tries to flick it over to Babanikas. Can he get there in time to keep it in? He cannot. That's going to be a goal kick for Concord. Hearing some cheering, it looks like some celebrations there from the JV field in the background. Looks like JV OA gets a goal. Two balls on the field. Quick restart, knocked through from Concord. Shielded out of bounds well by Cameron. Walsh to Schoenfeld. Eventually won by the Concord defense. They push forward. Fedorchuk well out of his defensive position to get that ball before it goes into the defensive zone. Launches it out of bounds. That'll be a Concord throw to get us restarted. Very windy day. The flag is fully pushed out. Long throw. Babanikas pulls it down to his feet, turns. Kicked out of bounds from Concord. Another offensive throw. This is similar to the first half where OA was using that line to their advantage, winning throw after throw after throw to march down the field. Fedorchuk. Long throw. Bounces all the way through. No one there from OA to get to it, though. Cameron stops the attack from Concord. Fisher. Man on his back, gets the ball back to Mercieri. Long kick coming through, well headed down by Concord and well defended. Mercieri, the big kick. Schoenfeld to Babanikas. Babanikas back to Schoenfeld. Back to Babanikas. Good play between those two. Here comes Schoenfeld into the box, picked up by Concord and launched out. Cameron, heavy pressure on his back. Here comes Concord on the right-hand side. I believe it's Ferrari on the ball. Good tackle by Cameron to get that ball out of bounds, and you're going to have an OA throw-in. Well, Concord looking for a call there. It wasn't very close as to who made that last touch. Substitution now. Schoenfeld coming off, and I believe that is Teixeira coming onto the field. His first minutes of the game. Again, a different type of player from Schoenfeld and a different type of player from the other forwards. Teixeira is a constant runner. Walsh being pulled down there from behind. 19-on-19 crime. Mercier gets us restarted. Walsh can't get his head to it. Drills through. Babanikas out with a shot and a goal! Wonderful shot on. Babanikas rips a goal. Oliver Ames 1, Concord 0. OA's got to get back here. Good, if not unbelievably powerful shot from Babanikas. Powered right behind that goalkeeper who just didn't even have a chance to get his arm outstretched to make that save. And even if he did, I'd have a hard time believing he'd get a handle on that with the power behind that one. Concord launches the ball directly into the box. Quick right to Gilson, so OA gets possession off the kick. And Gilson politely gives it back to them by kicking it out of bounds. Concord throwing, handled by Mercieri. Babanikas on the ball. Has got Hanjani. Hanjani pulls back, looking for options. Finds Victor on the right-hand side. Victor uses his speed to get to it, turns, looks for anyone to help him. Can't get the ball back to Braz. Braz fighting for it. I think wins a throw. No, the throw will go to Concord. Good steal by Walsh. Taken down? Or what are we looking for here? I'm not sure what the call was, but it went against OA at about mid. Concord to get us restarted here from midfield. Babanikas, the lone forward. Ball comes into the box, flicked on over to Gilson, gets it. Maintains control of that ball down to the field. Rolls it out over to Mercieri. Mercier, time and space, makes the decision to go long for Teixeira. Can't get there. OA not on the same page with Fisher and Teixeira there. Walsh over to make the hard tackle. Wins the ball. Strong play by Derek Walsh. Hanjani launches the ball forward for Babanikas. Babanikas being shielded off that ball by two players. Endo trying to dribble past Walsh. Goes across over to Concord, switches the field. Concord coming back. Walsh tackles, wins the ball. Gets it over to Hanjani. Hanjani looks for Teixeira, can't get there. Here comes Concord. Almost into the box. Mercier knocks it out. Hanjani turns around and sees nothing but green in front of him. Plenty of space. Has Babanikas. Not on the same page there. Team seems a little... Well, here comes Concord. Driving in around Fisher. Walsh coming in from behind to make the tackle to make sure that 29 Ferreira can't turn and shoot. Good tackle from behind by Walsh to make sure that shot doesn't come off. Here comes Schoenfeld back onto the field. Teixeira didn't seem to have the gas that he normally has on that shift. Maybe it's because he wasn't playing just a plain forward. He was being a little bit more conservative. But, you're used to seeing him coming out and just lighting things up with his speed and ferocity, but it didn't seem to happen there. Concord with possession outside the box. Good maneuvering there by Shepard to maintain control for Concord. Big switch on. Here comes a shooting opportunity for Concord. Wonderful play there by Landaverde to block that shot off. Here, Concord still with possession of the ball. Shot ricochets either off a player and out of bounds. It is going to be a Concord corner kick. Huge save by Landaverde, sliding through to make sure that ball doesn't go through. Although that might have actually been Christian Cameron. Concord's corner kick bounces around a little bit. Schoenfeld gets there, launches it, but no one there to pick it up. Fedorchik to Babanigas. Schoenfeld pressing into the defense. No ball ricochets off of him for a Concord throw-in. Hanjani spaced outside the box, turns, finds Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld pushes forward looking for Babanikas. Eventually, ball gets to Braz. Cameron. Braz tries to get the ball to Cameron. Again, slightly miscommunication there between the two. Cameron well forward out of defense, getting back, but Landaverde over there to help him. Walsh steals that ball. Gets over to Babanikas. Babanikas back into Walsh. He's in the box. Touches it in. Goal, Derek Walsh. 2-0. Wonderful passing there between Walsh, Hanjani, and Babanikas. When those three get going forward, it is a dangerous, dangerous situation. Babanikas and Derek Walsh both scoring today. Wonderful play moving forward between those three. I believe that was Hanjani's assist going across, and smart play by Babanikas to let that roll through him. 2-0. Oliver Ames over Concord-Carlisle. Just over 10 minutes to go. Hanjani coming off the field. Victor back onto the field. Victor, early season hero with those many goals he had here. A natural goal scorer, so getting him with the ball in front of the box, always good for OA. Ball rolls through. Christian Cameron having himself a good game as well. You have to mention that, coming in for his first start as a defender for this season. Normally used up front, covering for the injured Bailey Gavin, and also, with Gavin and Halama on the field, you see a different defense. You see Landaverde push up into that position where Fisher is. Long throw by Concord, headed by Babanikas across the goal. Probably not where he wanted to send that ball. Walsh defending. Does a good job winning that out. Good job by Derek Walsh. Had Schoenfeld right in front of him, but launched it over his head out of bounds for a Concord throw-in. Throw-in poor from Concord. They couldn't control that despite not a lot of pressure. OA gets the throw. Ball to Walsh. Chips forward to Babanikas. Babanikas forward to Victor. One of those balls we want to see Victor come back for. Rather than, you shouldn't be waiting for the ball to get to you. You got to get to the ball unless you want the other team to get it. Good play by Fedorchuk, who's also having a very good game on that outside defense position. Ball goes over Cameron's head, but Concord can't pull it down. Definitely a goal-scoring opportunity for them. Poor shot from outside the box. Might have had a chance to pull that down and make a smarter decision off of that. Substitution now coming on. Hanjani back on. Victor off. Hanjani back, pushing Babanikas forward. Good fight by Schoenfeld from the pressure. Landverde gets to it. Walsh can't clear. Good header by Schoenfeld, who's getting his minutes here today. Hanjani, slick play by him to get it outside. Can't get it around Regazzo from Concord, but we do get a throw in here. Short throw by Cameron, looking for Walsh. Ball knocked out of bounds by Walsh, I suppose. And Concord's throw. Concord making a substitution now, slowing this down. I think they were looking to get that ball forward right away. Walsh wins the throw and gets it to Hanjani. Hanjani, I probably thought someone was behind him for that kick over his head, but the only player behind him was Donovan Eaton from Concord. I will say I did create this roster for Concord on my own, off a website with pictures, and it didn't exactly translate to a data table correctly. So there's a good chance I have completely gotten all these names wrong. Player down for Concord, Melody. Referees and players standing around him, still on the ground. OA's trainer coming over to take a look. About 10 minutes left in this game. Injury timeout now for Concord. Concord player walking off the field, being assisted by his coach. Concord gets a restart with a kick here. Chipped long into the box. Gilson well off his line to save that. Good vision by Gilson. Good timing for him to come off the line, get up there and save it before Concord can get to it, though. High punt by Gilson, well over half. Second touch to OA. Walsh gets the ball over to Hanjani. Good pass by him. He's got Schoenfeld in front of him. Turns behind the defense, looks for a shot. Doesn't have the angle. Gets it back to Brass, who launches long, leaning backwards. When you lean backwards and you launch long like that, guess where that ball's going? Up and over. Concord goal kick. Under 10 minutes, 2-0 Oliver Ames. All OA ranked number 1 in Division 2. Concord ranked number 12 in Division 1. Schoenfeld gets the ball from Walsh. Pushes it back to Fedorchuk. Gets it back to Schoenfeld. Turns. Good turn by Schoenfeld. Long throw from Fedorchik. Schoenfeld driving into the box now. Knocked out by Concord. OA doing a great job keeping this ball in Concord's defensive half. Concord now the chance to clear off a punt. Poor punt, only as far as Hanjani. Walsh has got to move forward to get to that ball. OA doing a good job covering that. Cameron trying to drive down, loses the ball. Here comes Concord across half, or trying to get across half at least. Good back check there by Walsh to get that ball off Ferrari. I don't know. Babanikas might be able to get to that ball. Lose that ball out of bounds for a Concord throw deep in their defensive zone. Away with about 6 players covering that throw-in. Walsh eventually wins it. Has got Braz. Braz fights their tackle. Rips a shot just over wide. Good pass over to Walsh. Great job by Braz fighting through that tackle from behind. Winning another shooting opportunity. Goal kick goes long, flicked on by Concord into OA's defense. Landaverde and Mercieri there to stop it. Huge clearance by Fedorchik. Vraz heading forward, looking for Hanjani. Can't turn upfield. Haven't seen Icanaro back in the field since that injury in the first half. Hope he is okay. A key player in the midfield. Concord driving in past Walsh. Now Cameron. Here comes Concord. Shooting opportunity. Launches that shot. Gilson, well aware of the situation and where he is, pulls his hand down to allow that shot, which did look initially like it was going on frame, to go out of bounds for a goal kick. Quick roll restart on that goal kick to Mercieri. OA can't do much with his clearance, though. Substitution, Schoenfeld off. Victor back onto the field. And Johnny launches the ball forward, looking for Victor. Headed out, not out of bounds from Concord. Good job for them controlling that ball. Excellent switch by Concord. Dribbling opportunity here. I believe that's Endo. Gets it past Walsh. Concord in the corner. Cameron and Walsh defending. Excellent tackle by Cameron. Gets that ball away. Huge kick from Cameron off of Endo, who is down. Another Concord player down. Just over 5 minutes left. Endo holding on to his ankle. He and Cameron collided on that kick. Seems to be in pain, but not an extreme amount of pain. He's up, got a little limp. I believe Endo will have to leave. He's being asked by the referee to leave the field. Nope, not being asked by the referee. The referee's just holding him up to get the clock re-going. Re-going? Whatever. Headed out of bounds for a Concord corner kick here. Concord player looking like he's setting up to take this quickly. Cameron smartly blocking that short corner. Here it goes right to Gilson, well off his line, but catches that right at head level. Gilson, another super high kick headed on by Walsh. Over to Babanikas, has got Victor in front of him. Victor driving to the box, 2 players on him, knocks him off a player. Walsh coming up against that goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper off his line, smart enough to get to that ball. Quick restart from him, launching that ball into OA's defense, but Mercier is there. Walsh heads over to Babanikas. Walsh with time and space. Dribbles around a player. Shooting opportunity for Walsh well outside the box. Launches it wide left. Schoenfeld back on the field for Victor. Concord comes away with that goal kick. Looking for a way through OA's defense. Midfielders back to help OA's defense. Cameron taking his time getting this ball restarted. Under 5 minutes to go in the second half. OA 2, Concord 0. Cameron's throw-in doesn't go in bounds, or does must have gone in bounds because they put the throw over to Concord. Long throw by Concord into the box. Headed by Concord. That'll be a OA goal kick. Mercier will get us restarted. Long driven kick by him. Walsh and Schoenfeld combined to get that. Walsh now with the ball at his feet. Slows down, tries to find Babanikas. Eventually the ball gets to Schoenfeld. Walsh again driving in. Pushes far outside, getting Braz. Braz probably wanted that in front of him. I don't think there was a pass there, though. Schoenfeld gets his head to it. Ball eventually gets to Hinjani. Chips it high, looking for either Babanikas or Schoenfeld, but Concord gets to it first. Ball launched out. Landaverde chasing that ball back, heads it back to Gilson. Slows that down, takes his time picking that ball back up. OA bleeding the clock here. Last 3 minutes of the game here. Be a huge win for Oliver Ames over the Division I Concord. Schoenfeld heads, looking for Babanikas. Concord comes away with it. Here comes Concord now. Landaverde there to push it out. Hanjani trying to find Babanikas. A little too hard for him. Here comes Concord. Jansen turns, launches, has a player that's got around Fedorchik, but Fedorchik comes in behind him. Good positioning by Fedorchik and good recovery by him to get that ball out. Concord dribbling into the box. Picked up by Mercieri and out again. Barada's still screaming instructions of these players, trying to get them on the same page as they're trying to get possession offensively. Concord still with the ball, looking for their first goal of the game. Driving down the left-hand side. Around Fedorchik. Here comes that cross in. Landaverde over there. I think he was looking to clear that, or was that Fisher? That might have been Fisher. Looking to clear that out, but Paul bumps off the wrong side of his foot and out of bounds. Concord again into the box. Around Fedorchik. Mercieri's there to stomp it out. Gets it back to Fedorchik, who clears it, but only as far as Concord. Shot blocked by Babanikas, who was in on that defensive effort. And Johnny tries to push forward. No one there for him. Ball comes high over and in. Gilson watches that roll out of bounds for a goal kick. That is game. Oliver Ames 2, Concord 0. A huge win. Goals by Babanikas and Walsh. Oliver Ames' undefeated season continues going into the playoffs. We've got one more game left in the season this week. We will catch you then.
ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by Morse Insurance, Weinstein and Keach, we sell real estate, Michael Associates, Ltd., the Easton Lions Club. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for support of producing OA Sports.